Some inexplicably recent Renato shows Zenobia. Mara has found the armature of the Sky Ripper. Without the core, it would be an empty, useless shell. Maybe he should go see Zenobia, who had just invaded a city nearby. She was the Emperor's adopted daughter and greatest general, but she was also his old friend. Renato didn't know why, but he felt the urge to go and see her. This is true.
Renato asked himself why he changed course to confront Zenobia. He'd no idea. Sometimes he would just do things, and he could never figure out why he'd done them. Usually, they worked out. After all, he was a hero. The truth is, though, he wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Swordfu School. He'd followed every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all, she was his enemy. No, it was solely because know your enemy. But it would be great to see her, even if they faced off across sword points as they'd done so many times at school. The world was a less interesting place without her.
This music.
The city was burning, and there was no one to put out the fires. If somehow Zenobia survived her father and inherited his crown, what sort of empire would she be heir to? But he couldn't think about that, could he? Renato really didn't want to become shawarma, or shish taouk for that matter.
Big chest. Mental resistance 3. Nice. Going down.
Worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he?
I saw a door over here. Not this door.
This chest was filled with old concert t-shirts.
Treasure
And
hunt is
something
3.
useful.
Oh man. Cool, nice and full.
Renato hated gogglers, but it freaked him out to cut them. Renato wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core? Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous? These streets were familiar. The Swordfu school was closed now, but he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that pub. He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well. No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
Who else is here? Shieldbreaker 3, nice. Dear Zenobia, as you read this letter, you are locked in your chambers, ready to spend your last night before, well, you know. I will not apologize. I know you are too proud to forgive me. I also know you won't resist reading, though you are a cat. As much as I have tried to educate you like a proper toad, I swear to you, and you have to believe me, that I did not plan all this when I adopted you. You have always been my special little kitten. That is why I am writing this now, weeks in advance. I know I will not have the heart to do it the night of the sacrifice, If I think of you as my daughter, then I may change my mind. You must think I am selfish, and yes, I am selfish. Sad little toad that is afraid to die. But what I am doing will ultimately serve the greater good. I want the power, I want it all, and so I keep my subjects content. Peace for eternity. Even if you hate me now, you can still respect that. You have to. It is the only reason I can forgive myself for doing this to you. I will miss you eternity. Tomorrow I'll try not to make a scene. Everyone will be watching. Still with love, Father. Well.
Okay, let's make this quick. I'm on my break in literally 2 minutes. Renato slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up on her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek, how soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She vanished, and he suddenly noticed he couldn't move except his mouth. In fact, soon he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He told Zenobia everything. Sky Ripper, the Iblistone, even where the secret rebel base was, until he was hoarse. It was some kind of truth spell. A talky truth spell. She called her father by Farspeaker Toad and filled His Majesty in. But why didn't he get the core? Croaked the Farspeaker in something like His Majesty's croak. Because I missed you, darling. Renato grinned. He doesn't even know why, frowned Zenobia. That makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor. I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators. If Renato came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
See you next time!